I mean, Cam, I don't know. I I haven't heard what Cam said. But he lived right around the corner from my dad, and we were stuck there on a day off from a little tour that we were doing because show had gotten canceled. And so we knew Cam was around, so we were like, "Hey, let's just hang out," because we knew each other. And so it just that's when he was doing all the like Cam every day, and
Mm.
he was really into putting out content before content creation was really a thing. Like
Yeah, before
I
we
kind
called
of
it
feel like
content. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves for being kind of a
Yep.
on the front lines of content creation type stuff.
100%. Yeah.
Um, but we just went over to his little, home studio that he had and was like, well, let's record a song. And it just kind of happened. It like if you ever sit down with him in a studio, he's just immediately excited and immediately knows what he wants to do and he's committed, and it's just like, "Oh, you want to do that? Okay, let's go. Let's do it." And he does it. And
Mm.
he's just instant. So it just there was absolutely no plan for this. It was just like, "Oh yeah, we're going to go hang out with Cam," and then suddenly we had this song. And yeah, I had my video camera. I was taping stuff at the time. I had to tape it all and then import it into computer to edit it. But I wrote a little part, and I think I can't remember which part it is now. It's in that making of video.
Yeah.
But we all kind of wanted to make sure we had a piece of the
Yeah.
song. We didn't really think that it was going to be this, vocal thing that would
Mm.
last for forever. Because I think it's over 2 million views at this
And that's
point.
a re-upload from like way down the
Yeah,
line too.
right.
Yeah.
Because he
And
took it
kids
down
like
for a
it
while.
now. By
And
the way, kids like younger, like people are
The
loving
new
it now.
generation are
yeah.
about it too. It's crazy. Yeah.
and and I think the only like I didn't mind it being a thing. The only thing that bothered me was that everyone got them confused. And everyone's like, "Oh, Cam sings for I Declare War, and
Mm.
John is this guy." And and here's another thing that was just we did it because we thought it would be stupid and funny, was for them to wear each other's shirts.
Yeah.
And so
Uh-huh.
that's why we were just like, "Oh, that would be dumb." And it turned out to be very dumb because that caused even more confusion. Um, so that being kind of a thing where people would, ask us about Cam being in the
Mm.
band, and it's like, no, Cam is not in the band. Cam is disfiguring the goddess, and
Mhm.
is so that was the most tiring part for me, I guess. But yeah, I totally understand from their viewpoint of it just being like over and over. That's all people talk about, and like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, um,
Yeah, because I think
but
I think Cam alluded to the fact that the I Declare War camp specifically was kind of fed up with only being talked about that video
in
at
in
shows
that
and
in that
stuff. Like,
sense, yeah.
yeah.
And the funniest thing too is like Cam was wearing that shirt that says, "If it ain't broke, blast beat the fuck out of it,"
Mm.
and like as if the things that were confusing enough. We had the logo printed on it in black on a black shirt because that was a thing at
Yeah.
some point that we thought was cool. So you can't even read the logo on his shirt anyway. So it was just like the series of missteps and missteps that I guess we kind of got what we deserved with the whole singer
Yeah.
confusion.
The other factor, I think, is that back in now we see collaboration, a lot of feature stuff like that. Back in the days, to have those two vocalists together on
Mhm.
something as over the top as it was, dare I say, was a first. You know, we're talking
Mm.
about Cam not having enough credit, but to you guys, to your idea, even if it was for fun, for the scene, for people in general, everybody was just like, what is happening? It was a new think we never seen that, and those
Right.
vocals as well. To their credit, like what was that? Like I remember thinking, what? You can do that vocally? So I think there was a lot. You say there's a lot of misstep, but I'm also seeing a lot of, just to back it up, like there's a lot of innovation through it that made it special. I think I just wanted to
No,
add that to.
I appreciate that. That's it's always hard to look at things outside of your own lens, and so hearing that perspective on it is very interesting. Um, but again, it was something similar to the Christmas songs where it was just like, oh, we're just gonna throw this up online for a little while, and we didn't. I don't think we understood the permanence of the
Yeah.
internet at that
Right,
point
right.
because things were just there, and then we would change the song on MySpace, and that's what it was. And
Yeah.
and we didn't really realize that here we would be 15 years later still talking about it.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
would have
yeah.
thought, though?
Yeah.
To be
Look,
fair,
we didn't think so either. To be fair, yeah. Yeah, man.